Hello guys, I am Ali Jawad and welcome to my YouTube channel. This video is lesson number 2 on chapter 12 Kinetic Model of Matter of syllabus physics 5054 for Cambridge and O-level students. So those viewers who haven't watched the lesson number 1 on Kinetic Model of Matter, please do so that you may find the topic which we are going to study today will be easier for you. I am providing link over here in the video. So let us start with our today's discussion. The topic of today's discussion is related to the kinetic model of matter, and we have already learned in our lesson number 1 that what do we mean by kinetic model of matter. So the topic for today's video is evaporation. As you can see in the figure, the water droplet on the surface of the leaf is evaporated within sunlight. So what is evaporation actually? So evaporation is the escape of liquid molecules from the surface. Since the water molecules are escaping from the drop, so its size is getting reduced, and after a while, if we may observe, the drop will be no more over there. So it is the escape of molecules, but it is very different from boiling, because boiling takes place at a fixed temperature. That is why we have boiling point, but evaporation can take place at any temperature. So it does not require specific conditions. So in terms of molecules, we can say that evaporation is the escape of high energy molecules from the surface. So that is why evaporation is also known as cooling process, because the high energy molecules escape from the system. So what we are left with? We are left with low energy molecules, and because of the escape of high energy molecules, the temperature of the liquid decreases. So that is the reason we feel cold when we take shower and come outside and sit in the air draft, might be natural or might be artificial produced by fan. So we feel cold. And why we feel cold? Because the droplets on the body absorb the heat energy from the body and take away the heat energy with them. So the overall energy of the body decreases and overall temperature of the body decreases. And that is why we feel cold. There are several factors which affect the evaporation. For example, surface area. If we may spread the cloths and we want it to be dried, so it will dry at a faster rate because the surface area will be larger and the molecule will get enough chance to evaporate easily. So larger the surface area, larger will be the evaporation. The second factor which affects the evaporation is temperature. So it is easier to dry cloths in sunlight rather than at night time, because during the sunlight the relative temperature of the area will be higher, and because of that the clothes will dry faster. So the second factor was temperature. Higher the temperature, higher will be the rate of evaporation. Another factor is the air draft. So when there will be air draft, the air molecules will carry the water vapors away with them and will dry the cloths at a faster rate. So the third factor which affects the evaporation is air draft. It can be created artificially as well using the electrical fans. So faster the wind, faster will be the evaporation. Similarly, another factor which affects the evaporation is humidity. So it is difficult to dry the clothes in a humid environment such as in rainy season, and it is easier to dry them in a non-humid seasons, mean where there is dryness in the air. And because of this, humidity also affects the speed of evaporation. So lesser the humidity in the environment, the more chance will there be that the cloths may dry earlier. These all factors are implied in these cooling towers as an application purpose. So what happens inside this cooling tower? The cooling tower is used to cool down the hot water in the industry. So how it works? Let us see. The hot water enters the cooling tower from the top, and as we know that the evaporation is a cooling process and the removal of high energy molecules. So it will cool the water at lower temperatures. And how we achieve it? We achieve it with the help of this exchange surface. So there are grooves and the different structures made up of redwood or plastic, and the water is sprayed on them so that the water may get a higher surface area, and because of this high surface area the water will evaporate faster, and the air draft is produced by installing a fan at this point in the cooling tower. So when the fan operates, it creates a vacuum due to which the air flows in the cooling tower, creating the air draft. So this is how the evaporation is enhanced in cooling tower, and when the high energy molecule escape from the hot water, so we are left with low energy molecules and they are relatively at lower temperatures. So this is all for today's lesson. I hope that you have enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe our channel to watch the latest videos on the same topic. Thank you for watching.